Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this very early February the 27th, 2025 daily cryptocurrency XRP blockchain technology video you've come to expect, love, need, and deserve. And remember, this has always been, will continue to be free to the audience. Become members of Jabroni Killers for an industry cheap $3.99 a month. Use my links for Coinbase and Robinhood down below in the video description or the pinned comment. And you can always super chat to support the channel from a rainy pre-sunrise 36 degrees from the great state of Michigan, right? And if we look at this quick update this morning, I wanted to give you out ahead of this. We had the targeted hit from the drop, maybe a manipulated drop. From when we were up here, we were telling you in the Bitcoin, we were coming down to the $85,000 200-day moving average in the daily time frame. You can see the moving averages are still downtrending now. We're down in the 50 to 96,000. We're turning down on the 100. It's moving down, and there will be a bearish cross where that 50 will get underneath the 100-day, and the 200-day is running parallel, and the next few days to a week will probably start trending down. Now what we're looking at here in the short term is what we were talking about yesterday, a potential bounce back. And now that we've hit that 200-day, we can bounce back up. And our two areas that I'd be watching out for on a bounce back rejection, the first area would be 90,000 and change, this horizontal line, or the 100-day moving average up here at 93,000. Those are my two areas that I'm watching for a bounce back run up wall, where there's going to be a wall of sellers there that could drive the price back down. So you're either going to get a temporary or permanent short-term rejection at 90,000, this horizontal left to right line, which if we go back into the sphere here a little bit, you can see what that line is there, and that is our consolidation top right here about the mid-ground when we had our first pump up, and that's our major support and resistance level right there that aren't the moving averages, or you're going to come back up to that 93,000 drop point on the 100-day moving average. So those are your two areas for the short-term bounce back to go up to potentially and then get a prototypical drop and a rejection from there. And this is looking at our daily, monthly, and weekly time frame, head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. And remember, you've been prepared. You were not surprised. To my members of Jabroni Killers or my subscribers that follow this channel, because we give you super simple and straight to the point on fact-based technical analysis to show you where the potential price could move. And we were the first ones in the sphere and insider to promote and to talk about and to say and discuss we might be going into a short to medium term bear market here with the head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. If you want to see more in depth into that, watch the last couple of days or tune in tonight about 7 p.m. Eastern for my nightly video. The XLM price we did come back down to, and for the last about 10 days since we had this February the 3rd drop, we said we would trade in between the two moving averages, but our next major move to the downside would be to hit this 200-day and to retest that double bot or the wick low with the candle bodies, and then we could get a little bit of a bounce back here in XLM as it hits the 200-day and tries to hold support. But something that you're going to notice, which is happening now, is you're going to start to get this bearish cross. It's almost an effect. So the red's going to start to trend down. The blue's going to flatten out on top of it like so. And these moving averages are going to look like this in the not too far distant short term. And what could happen as you're crossing that is the price from the 200-day could get a nice run up and make a run back up here to the 100-day moving average up here at about 34, 33 cents as it's going to be declining, or hit the 50-day, and that could be a rejection point that could potentially knock you back to the downside. So that's a short-term bounce that we're going to be watching. Those are the bearish crosses that I am forecasting. And then if you go into the hour time frame, you can see just like the Bitcoin price, we're trying to bounce. And an obvious rejection point would be into the future. The next week or two would be where the current 100-day moving average at 34 cents is and where the current 50-day moving average in the daily is at 35 cents. Those are two rejection points, and those lines that I drew are where in the next 3 to 7 days are where I'm forecasting them to be with the bearish cross, and those are likely to be a rejection point. So on any kind of bounce back, those are your first two areas you watch for a rejection. And then if you do break down and do not hold this double bottom at any point, that 18 cents is where you're going to come to. The XRP, another one that is the reason why we're the best insider in cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency technical analysis channel on YouTube, is we diagnosed, sniffed out, and detected this JE and let you guys know and kept you updated and kept you informed to know that a bearish cross was coming. We identified right here in that blue circle or box. That's, I still don't want to buy you. That's exactly where we identified a potential head and shoulders short to medium term topping out reversal pattern before the head was even formed. And then the head formed on the great wick down of February the 1st overnight and February the 2nd before we had a bounce back. And we told you that it was going to bounce back because it hit the neckline and we had to form the right shoulder. Now we formed the right shoulder, and a technical breakdown gets you all the way down here to $1.29. But in the short term, you can see the moving averages have continued to trend down now. And now the 50-day in the daily is down to $2.54. The 100-day is running parallel, but will start to run down in the next few days at 227. And the 200-day is also running parallel now at about $1.78. And what you could see if we zoom in to the daily or to the hour time frame, as you bounced off that major support level, you could bounce back up, and right now you're actually just below and about to run into the 100-day moving average, and that is your first rejection area. And you can already see after you had the faithful dump, you got rejected once by the 100-day in the daily, then you came back down, and now you're running up against it, and you could get rejected again, or the highest you would get, I believe, in this move would be up here at 254 if you continue to try to rally, because there's always a nice rally after a big fall. But on the next technical breakdown, you're coming to hit a targeted move. You're going to hit the 200-day again and recapsulate that from the wick bottom that you had back there on February the 3rd. And then eventually you're going to hit that targeted move for the head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern in XLM. There were some other coins that people asked about, but we'll have to get into it tonight. But I do want to look at Coreum. We'll give the guys some Coreum love. You can see we did, after we got rejected by that 20 cents up there that we talked about, that was a major rejection area. We came all the way back down to this double bottom. And if you don't hold that double bottom, 10 cents in Coreum is your next major move with all this bearish action going on. And if you wanted to get bullish, you have to get on top of that 20 cents. XCN continues to flush. It did hit that technical target, that head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern that we showed you back here in January. You see that we drew out, and we had this targeted move at 0.014 cents. And look, we finally hit that at 0.014 cents. And now what we need to do is try to bounce, or if you don't bounce, you're going to come to the bottom part of this purple zone at 0.00810. If you wanted to try to get bullish, you have to get back up into this red trading zone. XMR Monero did have the technical breakdown. You are on the 50-day moving average in the daily time frame. If you don't hold that, you're likely to come down to the 181 or the 200-day VTHO. I remember this one was on a massive pump when you guys showed me this, and I told you that makes me nervous, and we would likely come down to the 100-day moving average in blue, or the 200-day we changed it to, and look at that. And this was way back up here when I first seen this. It was having a blow off top, and we said the volume crashing down here. It was only a local volume spike right there, crashing after a massive pump. We weren't all too excited about that, and it did come all the way back down to the moving averages. And if it breaks this moving average, you're coming all the way back down here to 0.001. So that was a good call by us here at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. This LCX did have the breakdown out of this falling wedge, and we came all the way down to the 14-cent target. And now you can see we've pumped up where the moving averages are all squished on each other now. And we did have the bearish cross there where the 200 is just on top of it. And then we had a big spike back up here off the support level, but now we're getting rejected again by that major orange resistance box. And if we continue to trend down, we're coming back down and actually going to hit this 14-cent level down here. And then DIA, we had another pattern here with the head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. Remember back here when you first showed me this, another one that old Vincenzo kept you out ahead of and kept you informed on. And look at the technical target, was right down here at 38 cents. We wicked down to 38 cents, and eventually we're going to trade back down the full candle bodies to 38 cents. Like, subscribe, and share. This was just a quick morning update. I fell asleep early last night, but we'll give you a noon update at about noon on my lunch break Eastern today, and then we'll give you a bigger extensive update at about 7 p.m. this evening. Comment down below in the comment section and let me know what to talk about this evening. Peace and love.